1969, a guy named Jerry Bales going this zine. Are we back at the beginning of the zine age? Going look and see what he did.
I haven't seen my underpants in weeks. No, I haven't seen my underpants in weeks. Oh, I haven't seen my underpants. I haven't seen my underpants. I haven't seen my underpants in weeks. Yahoo!
And hello, everyone. It is FANzine Live. It is Tom. We are looking at classic zines today, going back as far as I've ever gone in the world of zines to 1969 to a gentleman named Jerry Bales, who, as I understand, and again, my zine world and fanzine collections start in the 80s. So going back to 1969 goes back almost an entire generation. You are looking at what I believe to be some of the first, at least of the era of the first true homemade zines. Interesting both for what you see here, but also for what they represented. Because in this case, we're looking at what he calls the collector's guide, the first heroic age. So, we've got beating up Nazis, and you've got the Shazam characters from the 1940s. I'm not familiar with that. I do know that this is drawn by Rich Buckler from 1969. 1969, this thing cost $5. $5 in 1969 meant a lot. In fact, I'm going to show you a calculator right now, an inflation calculator for what $5 in 1969 would be today. Wow. That is impressive. So I found this on eBay. It is not in great shape, which is fine. I mean, I'm going to open it up. We're going to look at it. It's going to be a reader copy. Cover came off. You can see the pages torn. That's all right. This first volume of the Collector's Guide, an index to the first heroic age of comics magazines. I've attempted to list all costumed and superhero strips appearing from 1934 through 1947, including reprints of newspaper strips and adaptations, pulps, and radio. Pretty impressive to be able to pull this off. Jerry Bales was out of Detroit, Michigan. First edition. Now, I don't know if this is the first edition because it looks like it may have been photocopied from an original, but that's so weird. So we are now in 1969. The internet is decades away. So we are inventorying of material related to comics is so far away. Overstreet price guides, I don't think have come out yet. I mean, Wizard Magazine, forget that. That hasn't showed up forever. So nobody really had a catalog of comics. And if you wanted to collect comics, how would you know what was available to purchase and what wasn't? What was even within the realm of possibility of being purchased? And so this is what Bales did. He has lots of help. He had lots of help in research. I do note that one of his research assistants is Otto Binder, who has had quite a role in the world of comics. In addition to the above, I'm also grateful to the following individuals who have supplied much needed data. Some names: Bill Blackbeard, who donated a ton of comics, if I remember correctly, to, I believe, was it Blackbeard who donated to the Billy Ireland Museum? Murray Boltonoff, who I believe was with DC, E. Nelson Bridwell from DC, Saul Brodsky from Marvel. I mean, Bales was working with tons of people. Bill Finger, the writer of Batman. I saw Carmine Infantino, Gil Kane, Julie Schwartz. I mean, these are Joe Simon and Joe Sinnott. Wonder if Jack Kirby's in here. Hanniger, Culkin, Schubert. Nope, no Kirby. But anyway, Alex Toth. Roy Thomas. But if Bales did exhaustive work, all the different publishing houses, and then he went into his work, and all this is his catalog. So if we take a look here, Airman by CEN, Centaur Comics Company, Ultem, or the Comics Magazine Company. Airman was in Keen Detective Funnies, Detective Eye, and then he tells you who the people were who worked on them. The old Airboy series. Jump ahead. But if you have a Captain Marvel. Yep, Captain Marvel. But if you didn't Fawcett. But if you didn't Wiz Comics, numbers 1 to 155, Captain Marvel, 1 to 150. And he just goes through and does this whole thing. Nice little reproductions of a few of the covers. But if you didn't have the internet, if you didn't have your CLZs or your other publications and resources upon which to determine whether or not you even had a full run of the Finn's work by Peter Noble, who was in Daring Mystery from 7 and 8, from April 41 to January 42, how would you know? You knew because you had this. There's a character I did a little work on when I was doing some research for Patriot. His name was the Eagle. There he is, the Eagle, Bill Powers. And I've got some of those. You can get a lot of these comics at there's a publicly available public domain database of old Golden Age comics. You can pull out I think they're like PDFs or what have you, and you can take a look at that. But yeah, Eagle right there. And Fox just goes on and on. Star Spangled Comics, the Newsboy Legion. So we are at 86 pages. The panelologist recommends different newsletters and books related. And looks like that might be another Buckler piece. And that's the end. Very exciting. Very cool. So yeah, this was an important resource. Does anybody else out there have any Jerry Bales work? What a historical document. Very cool. Let me know what you think about it, folks. Leave a comment if you're so inclined. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe to FANzine Live, and of course, tell your friends. We're diving back as far as we can into the world of zines, because not only is it important to appreciate the zines we've got, but also the stuff that came before and provided the basis for what we do these days. This is FANzine Live. I'm Tom. This is Classic Zines. I don't know as it gets more classic than this. I will catch you next time.